It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears, and it's all up next.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Chicago Bears. With my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. But CD, these Chicago Bears, they come off a tough year at 3-14, the most losses in franchise history. What can they look to build around here in 2023?
Well, it starts with their quarterback, and you know that he is a heck of a player for them, but they've got to get better on the defensive side of the ball. Head coach, defensive background, he's trying to amass that kind of talent and become the monsters of the Midway once again.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders, this is a team that many think could be the fourth best in the NFC East, but they've got a pretty strong defense that's going to probably keep them in some ball games.
Their investment in talent has certainly paid off. Number 4 against the pass a season ago. Number 4 overall in total defense. Nothing to shake a stick at. If they get good quarterback play, look out.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and off we go from Soldier Field. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Muscles him off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Herbert once more. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Herbert. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Santos for the Bears field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
But they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's one of his game partner. Will his offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Howell got the nod from Commanders leadership to be the team starter this year. A nice bump for last year's 5th-round pick. 1 start as a rookie and didn't look bad at all, winning the team's finale. And let's not forget, this is a guy who was once viewed as a 1st-round pick, so there's plenty of promise hidden beneath the surface.
Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Now the 2nd-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to throw, Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Howell out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Sam Howell in the offense, ready to go back to work. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass. as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Now they go play action with Howell. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Samuel bringing in the slant.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Howell. And this is going to be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. They'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On play action, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On second down, here's the option. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Fields. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Fields now to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Out of the gun, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now throwing on first down here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get him going, baby. Step up right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Now a 2nd and 6. faking the handoff. Howell to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out left to Dotson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll go play action. Howell. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Now it's Crowder. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
It's easy to celebrate every good run by Robinson because stories don't get much better than his last year. Shot during an attempted robbery just 13 days before the regular season, He made it back by week 5 and played in 12 games for Washington. Even better, gained almost 800 yards leading the Commanders.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Down to about the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. It's Howell. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Howell now to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
2nd down and a yard. They'll go again with Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just one start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
They run with a former Panther. It's D'Onta Foreman. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields. A strong running. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On the option left is Fields. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The protection up front, very good on that play. Had all night to throw the football, even though he was unsuccessful.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Howell. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Robinson with another carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Montez Sweat in good form there as he sacks another quarterback. And he's in good form in 2022 as well. Put up 8 sacks coming off of an injury-shortened campaign the year prior.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Foreman powering ahead.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
He's got him in, complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Oh, man. They are living on the razor's edge. If this is incomplete, this game's over. Instead, it's a huge pickup. And I think the win percentage calculator is going to have to work overtime here because this game has really had some swings.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. All eyes on Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Fields.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, what a time for the defense to go missing in action. How do you allow a play like that on 4th down? That lets them right back into the ball game.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. There's Mooney with another catch.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.